Hey, what's up, everyone? Bonus Aventus here, going over our November 23rd trade, where we did Tesla 175 calls, bought in at $2.37, ended up selling at the end of the day for $8.20 for a huge 245% gain. Great trade. Here's how we did it. So first things first, we're looking at this big green candle. What we saw in the morning was that it was gapping up huge. Now, a big reason for this was that Tesla got an upgrade from Morgan Stanley, I believe. So an upgrade is, this Morgan Stanley thinks that Tesla stock should be higher. So basically what it comes down to. And so this was gapping up pre-market. So based on that, based on the gap up and based on this prior day candle, where we see a lot of buying action, I had a pretty good feeling Tesla was going to rip up, and that's what it did, as you can see here. So I thought overall this trade would be a much longer term hold for the day. So I was pretty patient with it, and that's exactly what we did. So in terms of spots to sell, one could have been this 177 area. Absolutely, you can see these resistance pockets here. So you could have taken profits at that point. I had a really strong feeling this thing was going to go higher, and so I was looking for this around this 182.5 area, and that's where we did end up sort of taking profits. But I was very patient with this whole thing. But let's dive into the actual daily chart here. So this is the daily chart. So we ended up buying right in here. First 5 minutes, as you can see to the left. This is our Discord alert in the chat room. As you can see, it's all broken down with actual timestamps of when we entered and when we exited trades. So yeah, we entered it in the first 5 minutes right here. Got in at $2.37. It did move lower against us initially, down to about $2, which is still sort of within the amount of risk that I was willing to take. And then, as you can see, rips up. It does have some resistance here right at 181, which was pretty big. I thought it would still move a little bit higher after this, and it eventually did. But it did come down here against us for about, how long is that? 2 hours? 2 hours, which is a little too bad, because this can be a tough thing to hold through. If it had somehow gotten lower than this, let's say 177, if it had broken past 177, I would have just sold the position, taken whatever profits we had, chalked it up to a poorly executed trade. But then it did ramp up after that. As you can see, we ended up selling at 12:32, which is, so my Discord's 3 hours behind Eastern time, so that is 3:32, which is right here. Just because I wanted to exit the position, it was end of the day, no point in keeping it for the last half hour, and so that's what we did. Again, Tesla 175 calls, got in at $2.37, sold at $8.20 for a 245% gain. Really easy to follow along with trade. You could be very patient with this thing. So like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and we will catch you on the next video.